double check just to be safe. There is an edited map that someone did as like just a JPEG or whatever on the scenario archive, which I guess kind of helps. Um, yeah, and it does a slightly better job at illustrating stuff. It just gets a little confusing because it treats everything as open ground, so you kind of have to forget the properties of Scrub or Hamada, but also retain that knowledge in how it applies for the other rules. It's a little annoying.
Yeah, okay. So,
All right,
okay.
so yeah, Scrub's got the green and brown, whereas Hamada is way more just like tiny rocks everywhere. All right, so I have to change scenario information. Damn it. Also, can you imagine we're so close to getting into like mid 1936? It's pretty sick.
Be weird when we actually go back to Europe.
That's true. Well, we don't have too far to go. We essentially this scenario is the last hurdle before jumping into Spanish Civil War stuff. So
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just joke
it'll
there.
be
Let's see.
it'll be very interesting, especially since uh, worried is not the right word for it, but I'm a little apprehensive about how all the special rules will apply, and I don't believe I've seen much in the way of people playing it via like roar and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if the balances and whatever um, actually do play out. The
Playing what, the Spanish Civil War stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Um, just because it's much earlier in the sense compared to a lot of other scenarios, and like comparatively to the Long March, I'm pretty sure the Spanish Civil War stuff is, um, it's got to be like 3 years earlier at least. I'd I'd have to double check, but I'm fairly confident it's earlier. So like I said, we'll see with that. Um, and just when it comes to something early that has separate rules, I'm always a little I'm a little worried sometimes.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
all right, so I'll just play through my first turn here since there's nothing else that goes on. Just to get this ball moving. So Japanese move first. It's a CVP race, I guess we'll call it. Just whoever gets the most CVP wins. Ties are possible. Um, so we have bumps and dips. Um, I can't or nobody can interdict unless it's infantry guns, which seems a little strange. I would have assumed tanks would as well, but hey, that's what they wrote. Also, I put a note on my AT gun to mention that it's actually a 37 short infantry gun with a rate of fire of 2, so hopefully I don't screw that up too much. Mongolian AFE crews are inexperienced. I'll have to double check on that. I think it just means that they have like a +1 to their 2 hit rolls, and maybe slightly harder to do stuff like turning on their engine and stuff. Um,
I'll take a look for it.
yeah, and the only other notable thing is I'm towing one tank with one of my other tanks. I don't have radios, so I have to use platoon movement. The game doesn't the rules don't state otherwise, so I assume I have to use platoon movement. So we'll just do, like I said, we'll just jump into that right away. 6, no change in weather, which I don't. Do they say anything about weather? Yeah, they don't say anything about weather, which so I guess the only reason to check would just be for wind. Um, but yeah, so nobody's on the board. Rally phase, nothing to do. Prep fire phase, nothing to do. Movement phase. Since it's open ground, but it's technically sand. Actually, I don't did they even say if it's sand? They probably don't. All terrain is open ground. Doesn't say, so we'll treat it as sand. But I guess we'll treat it as like soft sand. Where's my charts here? Terrain, DTO. Open ground. Fully tracked 1 BBR. What's 1 BBR? May require sand bog if accessible to sand and or road.
Just out of curiosity, why are you assuming it's sand?
Just because the board, I guess, is Hamada you don't see unless it's DTO. Like the Hamada and Scrub don't exist unless it's DTO. The maps are DTO boards. But I guess we could play it as if it's not sand. That's fine by me.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with us just zooming around.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I think we got enough issues without
All right.
not getting immobilized. I mean, my guys have hammers in their vehicles.
All right, so we'll just treat it as plain old ground then. So we got 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move this so it's actually on a. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And as I get to 15, I'm just going to turn my turret, which is this. Yeah, there we go. So they're going to turn their turrets backwards. Over here, I've got my tank that is towing another one. He has half his movement. And there is a +2 to mechanical reliability roll, but I don't know why I would roll that other than if I wanted to like go faster. But again, I don't see why I would do that. So so half, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As it gets to 7, oops.
Don't forget that, like, starting, if you stop and then you start up again,
I
you
got the
gotta
red.
turn it on. So that's mechanical reliability.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if there's anything else. And there's also excessive speed breakdown, but I'm not trying that here. So that's my movement for this. No defensive, no advancing, no routes, no advances can be done. I could technically. These are CMGs, so there's not much of a point. Yeah, I only have CMGs. Yeah, so that is it for my turn 1. Turn 1 Russians. Or Mongolians, I should say. Which actually
have no actions at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do anything. I have no units. So.
Roll weather, just for shits and giggles.
Nothing.
Yeah. This is so to people watching both now and in the future, this is why when you design a scenario, if you're going to do something like this, cut the board in half, because what's the point? If all my guys come on this side, there's no real benefit to having an entire turn. At worst, you could do something like these tanks come in with like a quarter of their movement left, and the Mongolians that are following have half, or also a quarter. Anyway, so you can workshop it. I don't know why you'd want a big map like this and have.
I mean, I was surprised why they didn't just say, you know, the tanks must set up between
Yeah,
G
exactly.
and L, and then the Mongolians come on.
Exactly. Like, have it so that the Mongolian tank that's towing another one must be in, whatever, spot. All right, so turn 2. All my guys come on. I don't have anybody else that does not. No, cool. So.
Can I ask what the big stack of horses over on the side there is? Are you guys mounted?
My guys are supposed to be mounted. I just didn't. I just put them to the side. Also, this is one of the rare instances where it's like, oh yeah, you have exactly as many horses as you need for everybody, including the leader, and it's kind of
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, oh, okay, the leader doesn't need a separate horse, though.
I don't. Yeah, technically, I don't think he does. I don't like. The only reason to have him separate is if you want to move him in a different way, obviously. So,
I mean,
uh,
yeah, maybe we're just way more familiar with cavalry rules than most ASL players.
well, so the one thing I will say is that 2002, it's a long time. Puget Sound, as far as I'm aware, did not last all that long. So, no, I don't want to dig. I don't want to point the finger or anything too much. It's a scenario. You can only do oh so much with a newsletter like this. Um,
Yeah, no, I got to be honest. Compared to the other, the more quote unquote professional scenario, it's
um, all right, so my tanks never stopped. So the towing guys will continue for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Um, also, I don't know if this is correct, so hopefully, if someone sees this in the future, they'll be able to let me know. But I assume that just because one tank is immobile and being towed, you can still technically platoon movement together, and that's why I'm not doing any rolls for them. The other two tanks are also still in platoon movement, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Um, I have I have good front armor, I guess. Yeah, 6, 9. Oops, 9. And they will stop there. So they're stopped. Uh, this guy's still in motion. I'll just bring on the infantry first. I have 12 movement factors, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they will all dismount here, and that takes off all their movements. I should technically conceal these guys since there's nobody on board. And then the other group will kind of be split. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dismount. I'm just taking away the horses because I don't even care
yeah,
about
no, I understand. It's cool.
less clutter too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 8. They'll dismount for their 12. And these guys will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and dismount here. The AT gun will get pushed. It's auto success on the first movement, and now it has to roll essentially less than 12, and it has 4 movement factors. One's already been used up, so task check, it passes, so it moves 2, passes, moves 3, and then passes and moves into GD9, and I will keep that covered arc. Over here, same thing for you. First one. Um, did I put snipers?
Hey, you don't have to make the manhandling check, right?
Oh, I thought you did every time you had to push it.
Yeah, but they automatically are successful for the first hex entered.
Oh yeah. But I'm counting for the next ones,
Oh, okay.
right? So that brings up an interesting question. Is I guess manhandling. Does manhandling trigger sand? I've never done
Let me look at it.
manhandling that trigger sand. Also, do we have sands right? Sands? Yes, sand.
Sands are 2 for both, yes.
Yeah. All right. Because manhandling, I guess, technically is a task check, but I might be rolling that wrong. manhandling number.
Yeah. Prep fire, movement phase, defensive fire phase, or advanced fire phase whenever he makes a 2-hit. Morale check, task check, non-OBA IFT, or entrenching original DR. So let's see what manhandling is.
Manhandling, limbered, or quick setup gun. I don't think. Yeah, it's a quick setup. This one should be a quick setup. Cool. During move phase, double, provided it makes a final DR for each. Pushing a gun is hazardous movement, prevents assault movement, cannot be attempted while carrying PP. Moving beneath wire, attempting a minimum move double time can be used, but the road bonus cannot. Into a deep stream, bamboo, gun can't be pushed into bypass. Is over the gun, any pushing units can be moved farther. If the final DR is less than the manhandling number, the gun can enter the hex.
I am not sure it counts as a task check.
Yeah, because it doesn't say it's a task check. Now, just so I'm not playing too fast and loose, we have per additional, not moving, per additional, not crossing a hex side or a road hex side, no low ammo. I don't have a labor status. Did I roll a 12? I'm pretty sure I did not. No, I didn't. Yeah, okay, so I'm fine. I'm fine for my guys. Cool. So it's 2. This is 3. Let's go up here. And then 4 into here. And I'll just keep it like this for now. Just turn it next time. So that's it for movement. There's no defensive, no advanced fire, no routes, no advance. Right, these guys need to be concealed. So does this guy. So does this guy. So does this guy. Advances, we shall do these guys here, these guys there, these guys go back there.
So those guys are in dips, correct?
Hamada, which is dips, yeah. So basically, it's just a +1 TM for any non-point blank fire, triple point blank fire, same hex, or point blank range, case L.
Yeah, they got a little bit of cover.
Yeah, literally the least. And if you're on a bump, like the scrub, it negates the effect of dips.
So, for future reference, a task check is anything that involves checking against morale. So, if the morale is used, that is a task check. Otherwise, it isn't.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm glad we. Thanks. I'm glad we cleared that up. All right, and that's my move. That's my advances. Your turn too. Well, also for the viewers at home, I've got a running set of, I guess we'll call them ads. So the only person I've asked directly if they wanted to, I guess quote unquote, support the channel is Battle Dice, ASL Battle School. He's a local guy for me. He's a really nice guy. If you want to buy ASL stuff, definitely check out his website and chat him up. Really nice.
You'd order from him, but
oh yeah, he's my ASL dealer. Like no joke. You know.
Yeah, no, but I'm in the U.S., so shipping might be a bit.
So there's a couple other other banners, other groups that I've put. If they have an issue, contact me. But I figure the support goes at least a little bit of a long way. So stuff like ASL, the 2 half squads, which is a great podcast, and a couple other ones that I'm forgetting offhand. But anybody who has any issues or wants to support the channel, please let me know, and we can arrange to get something showing. Hashtag ad over. I forgot just how like tall this map is. or this set of maps, I guess.
So, just for reference, what Inexperienced Cruise does, all of my vehicles have an inherent 6+1 armor leader.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and like I said, so I guess technically, like I said, with the +1 to hit and stuff. Oh, that's right. I put the thing for the ASL Discord. So if anybody wants to join the ASL Discord, that's the shorthand for the Discord server. Yeah, I can only say I'm glad that you have a 6+1, at least for the BT5. That's literally the only thing I'm worried about. Everybody else, it's kind of a flip of the coin.
So, I guess my question is, I'm a little bit confused here as to what exactly I must apply.
So the 6+1 leader, I don't actually know if it's a must. Um, when a 2 hit happens, you'd add, it's like a 6+1 normal leader essentially. If you use him to do stuff, it's a +1. There are certain cases where you must use the modifier. So for example, I believe a 6+1 can direct fire to prevent them from cowering, for example, but you don't. I don't believe you're forced to use the +1 modifier. This changes if you're in close combat where it must be used. Same thing for morale checks. You have to use the +1. So,
No, actually, it actually says exactly where it has to be used.
oh, there you go.
So, usage of this quasi armor leader is the same as for any normal armor leader. Exception: his leadership modifier must be used whenever it is optionally usable by a normal armor leader, and the quasi armor leader can never be eliminated or removed.
That's gross. I guess because it's inherent. Because there are scenarios that will just give you a 6+1, so you have to. Well, I guess technically you don't have to use them, but anyways.
So, all right, let's see. I'm going to just leave everything unconcealed because it's all going to be immediately visible. So,
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of, I think I have to make those guys visible, and these guys aren't in cover, so they'll be seen anyways.
will the AT gun stay concealed until I see?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. If only because they're currently in +1 terrain. Like the vehicles are the way I've always understood it is that vehicles in the open are large enough that they would be spotted, but guns and infantry, I think, don't. I know infantry doesn't, but at worst, I'll be shooting with the tank guns or the infantry guns soon enough, anyways. So.
Machine guns even affect these tanks.
Um, Technically, yes. So, machine guns do have a TK against vehicles, but it is very low. I guess, it doesn't quite matter so much that the to kill number is low for our purposes, just because there's not much armor on any of the vehicles, regardless. But it's kind of why I'm really scared of the BT5. Um, Having a 45 millimeter gun gives you a huge range advantage. My CMG, I think, because it's the main gun, can go out to 12 hexes. But if I'm wrong, then it means it's limited to like 8 or something. So one, you have a range advantage. The 45 gun also can, penetrate armor, which.
Yeah, no, actually, quite easily. Like I'm looking at my base to kill number is a 10.
Yeah. So The bonuses the bonuses that I will have and that I will want to use up a little bit will be to move, and also my tank hits are extremely small, so um, unless you absolutely get hits, I should be fine. Should be being the very. I know it's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Also, we should put snipers on right now, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, technically, probably should have done it way earlier, but I mean, who cares? I would have put him in the middle anyways.
I think I deleted mine. Hold on.
uh, yeah, I don't think it would have mattered regardless for the first two turns, anyways. Well, unless you come in and immediately trigger sniper. ELR3.
I'm also really not looking forward to ELR2 troops. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not too far off. The thing I'm really worried about, and that's kind of the only benefit I really have, is the fact that it says only infantry guns can interdict. So if you get close enough, um, I'll be able, like, I can prevent routes, but that's about the only thing.
We're gonna go wacky for this one.
Uh-oh. That's okay, I'm ready for it.
Sorry, let me just finish figuring out where I want to put these guns.
Yeah, no worries.
What does 14 superscript 2 mean?
So the superscript on what is that? Your tank head?
Yeah.
I actually learned this recently. There's a discussion on the ASL Discord for it. It's your amphibious movement, so it won't apply here.
Yeah. So both of my tanks are in motion. Before I'm just gonna announce that.
Yeah. Also, they're radioless, so just keep that in mind. They'll have to move together. Actually, is both of them?
Do I have to move them together or no?
Yeah. I think maybe for the first turn they won't have to. I may be mixing that part up, but and I learned this the hard way. The last time I played with vehicles, every time you'll want to try and move them, you have to do a task check against that, and if you have 6+1s, you're probably not going to succeed it very much. And it basically means that your tank can't move for that turn, which is frustrating.
So why is it so hard to find shit in the vehicle section? I don't know why the vehicle section in particular is just like ridiculously poorly organized for my brain.
I mean, I do have actually, someday maybe I'll off stream so that nobody knows I'm doing this. I might send you the play cards I have, which is like super useful. Vehicles, because I can tell you, because I have like these cheat sheet cards. God, who did I buy them off of? I'm sure if you Googled ASL vehicle / ordnance PDF or cards or whatever, it would bring up the webpage. It's a guy, like, it's a solo thing, sells a bunch of PDFs in like per nationality and per category. So you can get the vehicle PDF, or you can get the ordnance PDF. Has all the like relevant info. There's a couple things that we noticed that were wrong last time. I think one of the vehicles had the wrong firepower indicator for like their coaxial. Very minor stuff, but it's handy for stuff like your tank yet has a buttoned up overrun of 8, which is actually really nice. It tells you like how much movement points it has, what the target size is, gun type, etc. It's super dope. I'll actually I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'll just send this to you right for at least these singular ones, so you have an easier reference. What is this? T40, T37.
Well, I will just they will platoon movement then because I think they're both.
Yeah, it's like I said. I don't know if they must for the first turn, but you end up getting screwed afterwards, which is what happened to me.
Let's see. The T-37 is lacking a radio, and I believe the BT-5 is
Oh, that's what it is. Chris Edwards by at no_danger@charter.net. You want his stuff? Go check him out. It's nice to have the cheat sheets. I think they're like $60, which a little pricey, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he did this all on his own. So, where's the BT5? It's also like the first BT5. BT5 M34. That's pretty sure what it is. Yeah, also like having stuff like it tells you what the HE equivalency is, so like you don't have to check. It's just easier to find stuff. T5 and 34.
All right. Well, let's see. I will start with the vehicles just because those are going to be the exciting ones at first.
Sure.
So, 1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Yep.
3.
Yeah, still good. Also, I'm panicking right now because it's like, oh, it's fully tracked. I'm pretty sure it's still 1.
4. Yeah, it's fully tracked, right?
Yeah, both our guys are, but I'm just like making. I just want to make sure that it's not like, oh, open ground is actually 2 for some reason. No, it's yeah, fully tracked 1. Okay, cool. Phew. Look, I don't want to look like a fool in front of all these viewers.
No, I mean, yeah, the only ones that are affected by for that are trucks, cars, and motorcycles. Everybody else is 1.
Yeah. God, why is your armored car at literally the end of the PDF? What's this? Yes, cool.
I can button up at any point, right?
Yes. The only thing to keep in mind is you can't button up and then expose in the same turn. It's, it's one or the other, or it's once per phase or something.
We will button up when we get there.
BA-64. Yeah, you're good.
So that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Vassal, let me move the mouse. Six.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Mm-hmm.
8,
Mm-hmm.
9,
Still good.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. And stop.
Okay.
Hell bent for leather. One,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Yep.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yeah, you're good until at least like the S row. I don't know how much that'll cost you, but
Are the dips any extra?
I don't believe so. I don't think anything costs extra.
Okay.
Nope. Nothing costs extra.
13. 15 to there.
This 15. Uh, yeah, I'll take that shot. Why not? Why not? I'm just gonna put the other guys beneath, just make it easier. So this gun will attempt to shoot. It has no range, which is good. Means it can shoot forever essentially. I forgot where your guys were. I'm just gonna draw it from where your guys are. S4. Their range is 15, which is gonna be criminally low. I should double check to see if I need to use red numbers, but ordnance 15. It's infantry. So it's at least a 6 is the number I need to beat. Um, they're not dashing. I've been looking at them for a while.
They are cavalry, so I think you get a +2.
-2. But I'm not sure if versus cavalry -2. But that might be the only thing. So we'll just roll. Nope. It does not break it, thankfully. Um, but that is a first fire. And you're good to go. Oh, and I have a acquisition.
That's 20 to there.
Okay. So we'll just do this.
Can you retain acquisition out of CA?
Yeah. Yeah, I could even I think I can even change my covered arc. Or at the very least I retain it. I'll just say I retain it and I'll I'll look it up while you're doing other movement. Cause yeah, if you guys do anything similar, I won't be shooting. Not that I really can. Acquire target.
All right, it's 15 to there.
Yep.
You know, I wouldn't mind the damn keyboard movement controls for the map if it didn't actually just cycle my units because I've got them selected. Thank you,
Oh,
Mass.
yeah, I've never done that. I just mouse. The target remains acquired until the gun manning infantry that placed it leaves its present location. The gun changes its covered arc without firing on its already acquired target during the current phase, or the gun attacks a different target, or the gun malfunctions, or fires smoke, canister, IFE. Yeah, so I don't get free covered arc changes, which makes a lot more sense. But I don't lose it. It just as long as I don't shoot at somebody else for our purposes, anyways.
All right, sounds good. That's 20 to there. Let me know if you want me to back him up at all.
No, no, you're good.
And he will be hanging out in the half X there.
Sounds good.
Defense fire.
All right. Well, I am going to take this opportunity to shoot at you with my other infantry gun from here, and you know, we'll shoot the BT5. We'll try to make this interesting. I already forgot where BT5 was. Here to there. There is one hindrance from the tank. Otherwise, that should be
I
it.
am in a dip.
You are in a dip, and I am not in a script. So it is range 20. So basically, I'm just doing this for acquisition. 5. There's a +1 for the dip. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think anything else applies. It is a stopped target. You don't have a target size modifier, I think. Nope. So we'll just do hit 9 nothing, but that is acquisition, which I will take. Otherwise,
What's the caliber on that?
70.
So you do get a -1 for that.
Oh, it's the sorry, it's the basic. It'd be the basic 2 kills, so it makes the shot even harder. So I failed by
it's a 5. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're using the red, I think.
I think I use black, but I have to double check.
Um,
I haven't gotten any hits yet. So.
I don't know which one uses the black. The way I'm reading this note, it says that only ATRs and MGs use the black to hit number, but
because there's it's along with nationality distinctions, and on top of that, sometimes you get special changes or whatever. Where is Pacific Theater? Japanese. Red. Oh my god, I'm like dying here. What the hell? I hope that didn't pick up in my mic.
sorry, I don't mean to slow it down here with the.
No, it's good to check anyways. We need to like this can be make or break for a vehicle, and it's way better to know this beforehand than after the fact being like, oh, actually, turns out that move was silly because it did matter. Crew full strength reduced KIA. Brakes and rallies in normal manner. Vehicle crew do not set up yada. SMC leaders, armored leaders. Yeah, I don't think they have anything that changes, but ordnance and OBA. Japanese use black to hit numbers unless captured. Yeah, there you go. So black to hit numbers. Cool. All right, so we were doing it right. And I can't imagine I have any more shots. I could shoot. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna worry about it. Events Fireface.
All right. My infantry are not going to fire at anyone because they cannot hit anyone.
Yeah, I think guns would be pretty risky too.
We will start with, I think it's the T-37.
Your tank hit, yeah.
We will fire at the at N4 at the towing vehicle, not the immobilized one.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's going to be should be bounding fire, I believe. Actually, it's a machine gun. Right.
Yeah, this is a CMG, so
Yeah, you're fine. I was thinking the BT5. So I think it's just a straight up to hit. There's a +2 for being in motion from my guy. That might be the only. Oh, and they're very small, so it's a -2. Towing is there's something special about towing. While towing halved +2 to mechanical reliability. It doesn't say. I feel very much like there's going to be a word here that says it's hazardous movement +2. Towing D1.5. Wait, 1.5? Why would it be 1.5?
So if it's it's not a gun.
It is not, but there is. I'm just double checking to make sure there's not something like it must use hazardous movement, because it's technically slower, right? So.
Yeah, no. Normally when you're towing you, it's one extra movement point per hex, so that's effectively having it.
Yeah, that's why I've been counting in half. Yeah, no, I don't see anything that makes it easier to hit. So it's just a +4, just a +4.
Wasn't it +2 -2? No, +2 for size. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Range is 1, 2, what, 4? Range is 4. There's a +4. Yeah, so it's barely missed. Actually, do you use?
Oh, that's a hit.
You'll hit. You get a +1 as well for the commander, but yeah, it's still a hit.
Yeah, just barely a hit, but yes, still a hit. So, what is this?
So to be basic to kill is 4. The hit is on the turret, which I believe is an extra 2. So I don't know if you'll actually be able to break through on that one.
Yeah, let's see. It's range 4, so that's a +1.
So my turret front is 1 armor. So if your normal to kill is 4, it's down to a 3. The range is 3 to 6, and you're underneath 25 millimeter. So there's a +1 to the.
So it's back up to a 4.
Yeah.
No. But I believe I get acquisition. Do I?
I don't think you do because it's a machine gun.
Okay. No worries.
I'll double check while you do other
that's
stuff.
Fine. Let's see. And the BT5 will also fire at that tank.
Okay. Yeah, something screaming at the back of my mind that you also apply it for Yeah, that you'll get a +2 or something for because you moved. So I believe there's bounding fire as well, but I mean roll and we'll figure that out afterwards.
Well, yeah, actually, I have to change. I'm going to be firing at this tank.
Oh, okay. Acquire target when a gun, including main armament, second armament, vehicles of equal or over 20 millimeter. Okay, that's why. So MGs can't get it.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. All right, so the BT-5 will fire at this tankette with its main gun. You're at range 11. You are in my covered arc, which is what I have to change.
Yeah, so bounding fire, C5.3. Yeah, so the other one might not have been a hit, but where is bounding fire?
It's exciting. Give it to me.
A vehicle which has entered a new hex site during its movement phase but does not fire until advanced fire phase is using bounding fire and always uses KC when firing ordnance. So believe I believe the number would have been so it would have just been a straight +2. So you might have actually still been fine on the MGs, which is funny. For the BT5, you'll still have a plus. That's a turret, I believe, just a regular turret. So it'll be a +4, +6 because it's a small target, +7 because of the leader. But you're not in motion anymore, and I think technically you're a stopped fire, unless stopped fire is advanced phase.
So I cannot hit, actually.
At that range, probably not. No, you could get. I mean, unless you're counting critical hits, but you know.
No, I mean, I literally can't hit because I'm using red numbers, so 8 is my hit number.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
well, so you could still.
I have a +7. The minimum I can get is a 9.
Yeah, like you can still. There's always I think it's called improbable kill instead of an unlikely kill. There's something. There's a difference there, and I'm blanking on what it is specifically, but essentially, even on a critical hit, you could still technically kill a vehicle, but for it's a 1 in 36 chance, and then a 2 in 6, a 1 in 3. So
I believe I still need to roll to see if I break my gun.
if you want to take the shot, you don't have to. You don't have to take it, considering like we're adding up after the fact.
Ah!
Okay, there you go. So because it's improbable, there is, I believe it's improbable. What's the text say? Unlikely hit. That's the one. C 3.6.
When this is the case, the fire still obtains a hit with the original 2 to hit die roll, making a subsequent die roll of 1, 2, or 3. So I have a 50-50 shot with a regular die roll.
1 is a critical, 2 is an upper turret upper superstructure hit, 3 is a hull hit, 4 to 6 is a miss. So essentially, 1, 2, or 3 will be a hit and potentially a kill. Anything else is a miss. All right. So critical hit. So critical hit will double the to kill. It's an AP shot, which is something we'll have to get in the habit of declaring if it's AP or not. My infantry guns only shoot HE, so I have to remember that. So the range is definitely outside of it. I don't even remember which tank you're shooting at. And it's the top one. Okay, 45L. So it's a 10 normal, which should, I believe, yeah, it's doubled. So roll. If you get a 12, it's a dud. Nothing happens. Anything else is actually 11 would not burn it. Anything else is a burn, which means smoke. Yeah. Okay. So they are absolutely gone. There's no way I'm rescuing those guys. Actually, because it's a blaze, I don't think I can rescue them anyways. So it's a burning wreck, which means where's actually the counter for it? Smoke, blaze. Do I not have a burning wreck counter somewhere. Info. Destroy. Has that literally never been ported over? There's a burnt out. That's not. There's a group out there. I forget for which campaign game or whatever that it is, but they have like this really cool looking burning vehicle.
Well, you also have a sniper role.
That is true. I will potentially get something out of it. I will not get anything out of it. Into the rubble. Into the rubble, maybe. Nope.
I think that's technically rate of fire too, isn't it?
I believe so. Yes. I
Well,
can't. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
I am not going to push my luck.
Oh well. Look at you, not wanting to have fun.
No, I mean, I would want to fire at this guy, but
only gets a critical on his first roll of the game.
no routing. Hey, you don't have to. This guy has to roll now if he wants to move, doesn't he?
I believe so. There might be something about like the first turn or whatever where he's not beholden to it, but I mean, honestly, I'm not really planning on doing too much with them anyways. The entire idea was just to give me like a good base of fire and then get him moving after the fact. How is there not a burning wreck counter anywhere? What the? I'm mad. That's annoying. Vehicle. Bad things? Nope. This is actually going to make...
Whoops. Go ahead and undelete that. I'm sorry. I just deleted the...
How dare you? I don't think technically it could spread anywhere. But we will have to start actually caring about smoke or wind. Because it's possible that it'll actually push it somewhere.
Yeah, right now it just goes up in the hex that it's in, right?
Yeah,
next
correct.
turn.
So it's basically stuck in its own hex, which is actually really nice for you because it means that like I can't. It's a +3 shooting through it. Yeah, my infantry gun shooting that way is not so bueno anymore. Thankfully, though, I still have line of sight. So.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I have any route actions.
Yeah, same.
Advances.
Technically, no advance actions either.
Yeah, that's true. Because they ran.
Gosh darn cavalry.
That. So we're over to you for turn 3.
Sweet. Turn 3.
Sorry.
No worries. No wind change. No rally actions. Prep fire. What do I want to prep fire? Well, I think it's only right to have the infantry gun over here shoot once again. It will have to turn to do so, so it will turn counterclockwise 1. That will add, I think it's 3 to its hit. Case A is no turret.
Yeah, so it's going to be +3.
It's +3, but it is -3 overall because cavalry and as well as having acquisition. That is once more not a hit. I see that I continue to have really good success in my 2 hits. That is a prep fire. I could attempt that, but we should probably take the prep fire stuff off on your side. What am I looking at here? There's no modifier for that. Your vehicle doesn't come on for another 2 turns. And that was like 15. I used black numbers. 8. Sure, why not? Infantry gun will shoot at BT5 again. Nope. But it is now a -2. Also, yeah, your armored car comes on the other side. Just FYI.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Movement phase. We'll just do these guys first. They will continue to move. So 1, 2.
Hold on, back them up.
Yeah.
The machine gun will fire at them.
Sure.
Because, sure, why not? So what do we say? It's
+4.
+4, yeah.
+5 for the leader. That's it, I think. I don't think you actually get a +1 for button up if it's the if it's a coax. I forget. But
let me go.
Yeah, even still. Does the BT5 shoot or?
Not yet.
Okay. 2.
Huh?
3.
Okay.
4.
All right.
5. 6. And 7. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, we'll go from
there. Incentivize you just enough to break the gun. That's all I'm looking for here.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. I'm not gonna fire.
U5 will attempt to start engine. They succeed. I believe I also have to do. I forget if that counts for both. Because if it's non-platoon movement, I forget if that counts together with the start or not.
All right, one sec.
Platoon movement. D14.2. If platoon wishes to make a motion attempt during the enemy phase, no, that's not it. Mechanics of
It's on the bottom of the next page. It's 14.2.3, non-platoon.
Oh, that's probably. You need to set on board, but if it starts its moon phase,
Lone radialist AFV need not pass an NTC before attempting a motion DR, which I think is what you just did. Yeah. No.
So motion DR I think is more 4 in the enemy turn 2 4.01. I'm pretty sure it's that. Yeah, motion status attempt may be declared during the enemy movement phase, which, so yeah, not the case. Which technically I should have probably rolled for when you moved, but whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's see if it fails.
Yeah, I want to say that
I don't think it matters because you're just starting the engine.
Yeah.
But you will have to roll it, I think, to actually move.
Yeah. Vehicle not under motion counter may expend 1 movement phase, movement point, go cover arc, unless using declared forward movement is assumed. Currently occupied hex. Yeah, okay. So, anyways, he starts because I rolled favorably. Task check that is over the morale, which I think forces him to expend. I think he stays in motion.
No, I think he stops.
Does he stop? Is it that stupid?
Yes. If it fails the NTC, it must immediately stop if currently non-stopped and expend the rest of its movement allotment as delay MP.
Of course. All right, cool. Well, that's it for that guy, I guess. We'll just moved so I don't mess that up.
Can I fire at him?
I mean, yeah, it is moving point expenditure, so.
Righty.
Although I think it will count as having been a moving vehicle, so. Because it did actually start. And then spend all his points doing nothing. So yeah, it'll be whatever.
Sorry. Yeah.
It'll be whatever for the last shots. It's still +4. You won't have a +18 or whatever it was because you're not the one moving.
Hold on a second. Vehicle is considered a moving target for hit effects purposes only if during the current player turn it has entered a new hex or used VBM or begin its movement phase in motion, or is currently in motion.
Oh, not even if it gets the success. Okay, that makes it even dumber. Yeah. Okay, so it's +2 for being small, +1 for leader, +1 for buttoned up. So it's a +4 total, I think.
Range is going to be 11. So again, I need a. What was it? +4 total, you said?
Yeah.
So I need a 4 or less.
Should also put.
That's
nice. Should also put CVP counters. That would also help. Tank plus crew. I think that's 5 points. Japanese vehicle notes. CVP 5. Cool. Alright, so that's it for that.
I believe I get acquisition, yeah?
Yeah. Who do I want to move?
I'm gonna dump a single first fire on both those guys. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try and keep this shortish. We'll do. This unit A6 will lose concealment. They'll go to BB6, CC7, and then end in DD7.
Okay.
Meanwhile, actually, do I want those guys to move? No, not yet. I can stay there. Yeah, that's it. Defense Fireface, which I don't think there's much else. Actually, I don't think there's anything else you can
do. Yeah, no.
Alright. Advanced Fire Phase. Could I get anything out of that? No. MG is 4. You have no armor. You know what? Just for the shits and giggles. We'll do my tank yet versus yours. Okay. It's this X to that guy. Cool. So range is 11. I use black numbers. It's a +1 for being buttoned up. I think that's whatever. So we'll say +1, +2 for your small size. I don't have any.
Hold on 1 second. I need to look up. I want to say one of the vehicles had like a really tiny.
A really tiny turret or something.
Oh no, never mind.
So
it's considered it's a +3 if it's in a water obstacle.
Oh, gotcha. So it's a +2 for case B. I'm pretty sure there's buttoned up counts. If not, whatever.
Are you gonna get over a +5?
I'm at +5.
Okay, that's still a hit. So if you had a +6 or more, that would have been a miss. But that's a hit. 11
Right.
damage.
I need a 2, baby. No. Okay, nothing happens. But oh, and I can't get acquisition. All right, cool. That's it for advancing fire since I can't think of anything else to do. Route phase, no routes. Advance phase. I'm going to have. Uh, no, actually, I'm just gonna keep him that way. That guy doesn't need to move. No. No CC. Turn 3 Mongolians.
Ooh, is that a weather change?
No, it's must be 12 or 2.
All right. I have no rally actions. Do you?
No. No, none of my guns are broken yet.
Which
Not
is
for lack of
honestly
trying.
astounding. I mean,
Hey, look, you got a 2. I'm hoping the scales, the dice scales will balance themselves out.
no prep fire for me.
Okay.
I am just going to take CX off all these guys because they all lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Question: how does acquisition work if I split the stack?
I get to wait until the end of all their movement to choose who I follow. But essentially, you can only ever track one unit. So
This is going to get annoying because I got to move all these guys individually. So just keep. Sorry about that in advance.
no worries.
1.
Yep.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yep.
Do you just want me to move it?
Yeah, like unless you're getting super close, I'd say like within like 8 hexes. I don't think there's much to. 1, 2. That's what 8, 9,
That's 9 to there, I believe.
9 there. Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Mm-hmm.
11,
Yep.
12.
Sounds good.
It's 11 to there.
Hmm. No, you're good. Okay.
Sorry, I keep this one. 11 to there.
Okay.
12.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're still good.
To there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to pause. I need to look something up here.
Yeah, no worries.
It's 8 to there.
Okay.
9.
Mm-hmm.
10. It's 9 to there.
Okay.
Eight to there.
Okay.
9 to there.
Mm-hmm.
10. All right, these guys have acquisition, so
we'll shoot with the squad. So it's gonna be a 3 down 2. Sweet. 3 on 3. I think it's like a 1 round check. Actually, it'll kill the horses. 2 MC. 3 on 3. Yeah, 2 MC. I almost regret doing this because now I gotta look up the cavalry stuff again. Because the horses will die.
they'll get thrown off.
Yeah. So it's what? They take the bailing out. God. There's like bailing out, and then they also take the shot. What's it say here? Vulnerability, yada. Horses have no inherent morale. If cavalry breaks, its horse cannon is considered to bolted or destroyed. Horses, whether mounted or not, attacked using the star line. Yep. Not subject. Yep. Oh, right, they're not subject. So the horses, they're fine. That's what always gets me, is that they don't get the -2. So the horses are fine. They will take, the riders will take a morale check.
Well, wait a second.
Yeah, so 3 on 3 firepower, the number needed is 4, but I rolled a 5 unmodified. So,
well, but it's the final IFTDR. So isn't that the modified DR?
Well, so it would be if it was stuff like acquisition, stuff like that, but the horses themselves don't get the -2 for cavalry.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the little nitpicky stuff like that. So, rider bailout if the horse is eliminated after all MC reduction caused by that same attack. So, yeah, so we'll treat the 7 as their morale roll, which the +2, so they fail. Which means that if cavalry breaks, it must bail out. And then the horse counter is removed because they're bolted/destroyed. So the horse still goes away, but they bail out, which causes what's bailouts? I don't think they'll have anything too negative, anyways. Bailing out a rider, even if already broken the combat results, is bailing out. Never cost transport MP. Subject to first fire non-assault movement if they're shotted again. Any rider which bails out must take a normal morale check. Even if he's carrying does not break his result. Blah. Okay, so it just looks like you get you take an extra morale check, no modifiers, and presumably since you're already broken, it means you can casualty reduce, but you don't. So, or at least broken morale 7. Yeah, you. Cool.
All right, so they're fired.
Yes, the squad has fired, and that is a 1 residual. And this dumb hex.
So that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is a acquisition guy.
Yeah.
2.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7 to there.
Okay.
Six.
Mm-hmm.
5 to there.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna put it. He's gonna be my target anyways, but we'll put it on there. Yeah, I'll just wait till defensive fire. It doesn't really matter otherwise.
Now we get to see if the mighty Russian war machines can start.
Yeah, an immobilize would be kind of sick right now. I would take it.
Yeah, I actually have to look up something because the vehicles are like they're specifically bad at this.
Yeah, it's something like honestly,
But yes, if I roll an 11, the transmission has stalled.
That's what it is. I think
All
at
right,
12 is just immobilized.
So they're going to expend a movement factor, both of them, to do this. So we will start with the T-37. It is fine. The BT-5 is also fine. I think even do we need to add the leader? That's
I forget. Now because you're placing starting, it's not technically moving yet. Do I want to risk you getting much closer? Probably not. I'll take a shot with the infantry gun against the BT-5. I think that's still a miss. Just range concerns. There's a minus. Oh, this might get close. This is. Why does it say hindrance is 2?
Oh, when does the smoke pop up, by the way?
When does the smoke, what?
The smoke from the burning wreck that you're firing through?
Yeah. What about it?
When does it show up?
It's the blaze treats it as always being there.
Okay.
It's just because otherwise you'd have smoke on top of blaze, and you just
no, just curious.
So the smoke is a +3. The vehicle has no height stuff, so 9. It's -2 for being.
No, my vehicles. Are you on a whatever? No, you are.
Right, you still got the yeah. So you got the dip, so it's +1 for that. You have +3 for the smoke, so it's +4. So it's 10. It's -2 for acquisition, so it's 8. The range was 20. Do I somehow scratch an extra 1 somewhere? Pretty sure I don't. No. So first fire. And then they. All right, they're using platoon movement. So.
Yeah. So now I gotta go. Stupid. One.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay. The acquisition goes away.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
And don't worry about keeping my I'll just move it at the end, or we can move it at the end, whatever.
3.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yep.
Sorry, I need to look something.
Yeah, no worries. I'm actually curious to see if wait, that's not first. I'm curious if anybody else has actually played this before. What does Roar say? Sweet, no plays. How is this a 20-year-old scenario and nobody's played it?
I mean, it is fairly obscure, yeah.
Yeah, it's not super. I even forget where I found this one, to be honest. And that's something that probably doesn't need to be expanded on. Just like, yeah, there's plenty of scenarios that they're on a list somewhere. I managed to find them. Don't know where. Don't know how. Don't know when. Yeah, I don't think Roar even has a listing for it. First Sting for Soviet Lost. Yeah, no. Which I think are both ones we played too. Cool. Yeah. So nobody's ever played this scenario apparently. I'm almost tempted to email the email on the card and just be like, "Yo, played your scenario, buddy."
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
20 years too late, but here's some things you could change.
Six.
Okay.
Seven.
Uh, they don't the cover the they're still changing the cover art, right? So it's
Yes.
still cost movement.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. It was 6 to get in. Or so you just
Because
add
you
2.
because you're here, right? So you started. So one, two, three, four, five,
We're 9 to there.
6, turn 7, 8, 9. You're 10.
You're 9.
You're 10 to where you are.
Wait, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to turn,
Mhm.
7, 8 to turn, 9.
Didn't count the start. You started your engines. Yeah.
Yep, thank you. No.
No worries.
Uh, hmm. And the hit number will be halved if I stay in motion, yeah?
Uh, so your to hit will be doubled. Um, because it's 2 times the lower dice roll if you're still in motion and choose to shoot. Um, which at a certain point is like, yeah, you're not gonna bother shooting no matter what. You just want the bonus of being in motion. What do we got going on here? Everything all good?
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what my molds are.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, yeah, we're gonna stop.
Okay. Anything else?
No, my other guy didn't come in.
So defensive fire.
Yep, defensive fire.
All right. We shall do one tank yet versus another tank yet. See if we can get anything done. Range is 5. Why am I blanking on if it's still a motion vehicle? What is it? C or D flat? Is it D.8? No, it's D point something. Where is the D point that I'm looking for? Mobile is one capable vehicle target hits cards. I'm trying to remember if it's non-stopped or not.
What?
Well, so if you moved in a turn, there's up to a point where you're no longer considered to have moved, or that, not sorry, you're no longer considered to be moving, and that's why you see nonstop as well as motion, because they mean different things if ever so slightly. So I'm trying to remember if
So mobile is one capable of moving.
yeah, non-stop. The vehicle during its movement phase that is not expended. Okay, cool. C.8. That's what I was looking for. God. The vehicle is considered a moving target for to hit effects purposes only if during the current player turn it has entered a new hex or used VBM or began its movement phase in motion or is currently in motion. Stop vehicle is also treated as a moving target if during that player turn it has entered a new hex. Thus, a non-stop vehicle is a Okay, cool. So it still gets the motion stuff. That's
Yes.
the thing that was bugging me. I'm taking the shot no matter what. It's within 6 vehicle target type, so it's 10. There's a +2. There's a +4, so it's a miss. I won't get acquisition, so it doesn't matter. Those guys are in motion. Um, guy shot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. The guy in DD7 will shoot at, I believe he can reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he should be able to reach D6 at 7 range, so it's 1.5 down 2. No. Rats. The infantry gun, or yeah, it's supposed to be considered an infantry gun, will shoot at its target. So it is a -2. It's -4, up 1 for the dip. Well, it'll still be a hit, but one of those needed a lot of work. Range, I believe, is 7 on that. What's the range here? 6. So 8 down 4. Yeah, definitely a hit. I'm looking at a 37 millimeter gun, which is only 4 fire. 6 on 4, normal morale, and does not kill the horses. Alright, cool. So they have to bail out.
Which is another morale check, or is it a task check?
Normal morale. So
which they also do.
Yeah, so they'll casualty reduce. Cool. Alright, I have no rate of fire, so that's it for defensive fire phase. That's
they actually, I believe, are destroyed because they also ELR'd.
Well, ELR won't do anything extra to them. It was a normal morale. You rolled 9. No, they're fine. They don't. It's over if you rolled over 2, not 2 exact.
Okay. I'm just gonna nuke the horses if you don't mind. There's no points for them, right?
No, and even still, if your guys are forced to bail out, they technically are removed for quote unquote bolting anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Just take care of them. Oh, advancing fire. We.
Let's do 80%.
The tankette will continue to fire at the other tankette just for giggles.
All right. So yeah, you still get the motion stuff. So it might not even be worth it, because you'd be bounding fire. So it's a plus.
It's just bounding fire. So let's see.
So it's not an AMG, but I don't know if that, whatever. So it's at least plus 6 motion, small, and even if we just take case B without anything else. So roll and see if you get like a critical or something.
No.
Don't break it. So, does inexperienced crews have anything for? I don't think they do.
No, they just get it's just the armor leader.
Yeah.
That would have broken the BT5, but not this. Not the T-37.
Sure, you don't want to change them around?
No, I don't. The 5, it will fire at the other tankette.
Okay. So that one.
So it's a +2 for bounding fire.
So it is. You have a regular turret, so it's +4.
Why is it +4?
So you add case B, which is a +2, and then you have a regular turret, so it's an extra +2. Gun's not stabilized, so whatever your dice roll is, not only do you add +4, but you're essentially increasing the.
No. I do not use case B.
But case C is case B plus.
I am not using case B because I entered my current hex during this player turn, and I am not using opportunity fire. Okay, so I am not subject to case B. I am only subject to case C, which is just a flat +2.
But bounding fire, right?
At case, okay, so here's what happens. There's case B, which is I am just sitting still firing in my advanced fire phase. Okay,
Yes.
I get a flat +2 or +3 if I'm in blitz. If I have moved, I am considered a bounding fire, which replaces that.
Pretty sure it's always 2+ whatever your turn is. Example: a stabilized gun firing in advanced fire phase after entering a new hex during that player turn must apply +3. Case B plus C, so 2+1. To hit roll, turret gun must add +4, so 2+2. So it would be yeah, bounding fire would be +4 for your case, minimum.
Okay, so +4 there.
Small size, so +6. So yeah, you'd have to roll excessively low, but I mean you've done it before. Why? Why dice? I'm cursing some Russian right now. Back in 1936.
I honestly think that well, anyway. I would be very interested, just as this is not related to this. I have no idea whether this is a thing or not, but I would be very interested in somebody going over these assumptions that they've put into these tables and actually looking at them with an eye that is not from 1983 or whenever the hell this first came out.
Like for how the case B plus case C stuff applies, you mean?
No. I meant the weapons and the reliability and all of the fact that German shit is always better, kind of across the board, like that kind of thing.
I mean, I don't know if I'd have to look at counters to see if I agree with like Germans necessarily being better, like in terms of vehicles.
The SS are always better, right? That's at least one place where they.
Yeah, the SS is stupid though, because it like them being better is a lot. It's a lot more in terms of morale, which like I'm sure someone will argue that it's like, well, they're more fanatical, so like they'll they essentially will die faster or should die faster. But yeah, I get what you mean in terms of the SS being that, but I feel vehicles isn't necessarily the case. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff you can find in Panzer stuff that makes them worse, especially once you get to 44 or 45. But yeah, it would to I guess like reinforce what you're saying though. I don't disagree. Like it would be interesting if you had somebody like I don't want to say necessarily what's the guy's name, the tank guy. He does the in the hatch thing. The chieftain. Yeah. Um, it'd be interesting if the chieftain, if I don't know if he has much in the way of experience in like war games in terms of like rules, like the rules side of things. But it would be interesting to see like what his opinion would be of that sort of stuff. Because like we're eventually, and it's a long eventually, obviously, but like the vehicles, especially once we get to like 34, 40, 34, 44, 43, etc. Like when you start getting T-34s and their armor is like fucking incredible. when you have.
I mean, even that's something to say. Like, I don't know that the T-34 was all that good initially. Like, it was better than that, but I don't know that it was particularly like they lost. They had T-34s off the bat. They just didn't have a lot of them, and they were horrible. Like, they got shot to shit by by German weapons to a certain degree. So they lost tons of them in various battles. Now, you can argue whether that was usage or crew experience or whatever, but like they weren't invincible by any stretch. So like
Oh, for
that's
sure.
the kind of thing. I'm not just saying the Germans. They're just kind of the most obvious example of, you know, a lot of war games from the era are very Germano
Centric,
biased
yeah.
because of the way that the literature worked out.
Hmm.
That's all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I mean, yeah.
all right. So that malfunctioned. I think
What?
it's not disabled yet, so it doesn't have to be recalled.
Correct. It's only malfunctioned. It's not broken. So there's no forced recall. So, and this is the sort of thing that some players will argue about whether it's right to do or not. Um, like, should you be forced to repair? Because if you try to repair and you break it, then you're forced to recall, and that's points, right? Um, Whereas some people will just they might they might break a gun early, deliberately, specifically just to like never have to worry about that sort of stuff, or to
Yeah.
force a recall that whatever.
So, I think all I can do with these guys is low crawl, and I'm not even sure I can do that
Um,
because that's technically an infantry gun, so it can interdict.
yes, and it can't end the same. Um, I'm trying to think of what the routing rules would be because this is another thing that doesn't really come up in a scenario that has nothing, like nowhere to rally or to route to. Um, you can't stay in open ground, but if you go to a TEM, you might be fine.
That's I was planning basically to just go to the dips, assuming because they're a TEM, and that's literally the only cover. So that was my intent, unless we came up with something else. But it was to just retreat to the nearest, treat them like woods essentially, and move guys to them.
Well, yeah. So essentially, you should have freedom of movement, but let's just I'm just gonna check here. Um, Routing broken unit not melee remain in sing open ground hex LOS regardless of terrain. Broken units may route away or be eliminated for failure to route. Oh, no quarters in effect on both sides. So I think technically, um, regardless, you'll be able to low crawl. A broken enemy unit may end its route phase in an open ground hex and in the LOS of an normal range of a known enemy unit without interdiction only if it uses low crawl during that route phase, but still may not be adjacent. Yeah. Broken units may not use bypass. Yeah, so I think because there's no woods or buildings, you essentially have freedom of movement, but because you have at least one guy in open ground, he will have to route away. Where that away is, as long as it's not towards a unit, obviously. So my understanding is D7 should be able to low crawl to E7. Your other guy is fine where he is. That would be my understanding of it.
Yeah, and that's fine with me if that's cool with you.
Oh yeah.
So
And
they will just drop into their dips and hunker down.
yeah, and nothing says that um, like I guess technically you might be able to continue routing since I don't know. It doesn't say if it should be treated for specific route terrain. So I whatever. But yeah. So that's the essentially the only routes that need to occur.
Yep. Okay.
Uh,
So I actually cavalry cannot advance, right?
Correct.
So no close combat. Over to you. Turn 4.
All right, turn 4. All right, no weather change. I got no rally phase stuff.
I do, actually.
Okay. Oh, right. For repairing.
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at the broken guys like, you can't self rally. Why? Oh, that affects the platoon movement too.
Yep.
Because the recall guy is essentially like automatically gets to leave, but the other guy won't. Oh, that's so. Right. I just want to know how much that's gonna if it counts for CVP is my only question.
My guess is probably, but
Yeah, I think it is unless specified otherwise. But where is
so recall.
5341 recall? We gotta mark it so we don't forget. I guess. Where's my? Oh, I don't have it. My bad stuff. Of course. All right, counter everywhere. Info, unit, vehicle, bad things. It's not there.
AFV and crew must attempt to exit the playing area along a friendly board edge via the shortest route and motion points using motion status. It's not bogged or immobilized. The armor leader is still there.
Disabled MA recall 3.7. Malfunction. All right, maybe it's. I'm probably looking at the wrong spot. CVP. Let's see what CVP says for it.
I was going to say CVP is probably the place to look for this.
It's probably the smarter thing we should be doing. Vehicles, guns. There's not malfunction.
So it loses a VP because the MA is malfunction or disabled.
Casualty. All enemy units eliminated. Units, equipment that leave the map board are considered eliminated for purposes, exception if under recall. Huh.
Okay. Yep. So.
Wow. So, you could come in, break, critical hit my tank, break everything, recall, and then just like be free. What?
I think I have to exit off this. That's my friendly map edge, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's one thing.
That's crazy. I would have thought that recall would at least give me that, but all right. All right. Well, rally phase. Nothing else. Prep fire. I mean, I kind of still need to want to blow it up. So, tank will infantry gun will definitely shoot at it. I immediately forgot where it was. It's in the dip.
I think it does touch the hex.
Is that? No, but it touches. So it touches U3. So it's not a +3 from smoke, which I'm glad. But it will take the +1 for the vehicle there. Actually, they're in motion, so
no, they're not. They're stopped.
The towing one is immobilized. I think that's what's messing it.
Okay.
No. I mean mine. Tanks are a hindrance if they are stopped, not in motion. So your guy is stopped. He gets the +1. I'm just gonna roll to hit. So he gets +1 for being in the dip, -2 for not for acquisition. That might be it.
I get the +2 for moving. No.
No, this is new turn, right? Range is 14.
Wow, that's really weird.
So I'm off by 1. Man, I really wish my guns could like do something. And guess what? No rate of fire, as is standard. All right. Well, that's disappointing. Tank it. We'll shoot at yours.
Go mow down some cavalry. Come on.
Well, I wanna see if I can take out your tankettes first. So 7. That should be a hit because it's +2, 9. It's
Who
within
was
6.
firing?
This guy.
That guy. Okay, all right.
Should be a hit, just barely, I think. So I'll take it. 7. No, definitely not. So he's prepped. This guy's in the clear. 1, 2. Oh yeah. Yeah. This guy will shoot here. Pretty sure that's 8. String it. 7. That's 7. Huh. Okay. 1.5 down 2. Cool. My infantry are at least doing something. 5 down 2, 3. So 1 MC. Sweet. There's one group of soldiers that are getting their money's worth. No, you have both of them. You have to do the other morale check for bailing out. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Why does that seem so regular? We'll do the infantry in DD9. We'll shoot at these guys. It's another 1.5 down 2. Same result. Cool. Okay, alright, so at least it doesn't casualty reduce. Do we want to target?
Hold on. I gotta do another morale check.
Do you?
Because there's another unit there.
No, sorry, I was shooting it to F7. So they're fine. They break, but at least they're not casualty reduced.
They bailed out successfully then, so the horses are still there. No, the horses are
no, they still bolt. Yeah. Oh.
Can you undo that for me?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's getting late.
Yeah, no worries. The infantry gun or AT gun, whatever. He'll shoot at. We'll target this guy. So no acquisition. It is a -2. What was that range? 7, I think.
That's going to be 8 if you're firing at this guy. Or no, it's going to be 6 because you're 6. You're fine.
So 6, 8. Thankfully it'll be a hit. 7 on 4 Pintash check. Which, why am I forgetting if cavalry take it? I forget if they take it.
I don't know if they do.
Cavalry horses do not take Pintash checks. Cool. So they're fine. Okay. Did I get a rate of fire? Of course not. How cool would that be? And that is 1 to this guy. I think that's all my possible shots. Moving phase. Yeah, the only one I'm gonna bother with. U3 is gonna continue its move. So it'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then stop. So and so the immobilized tank is aiming this way, and I will change this guy to basically forward. So one's aiming forward, one's aiming backwards. I think it's
Yep.
next.
Oh, hey, that's hilarious.
What?
You can't actually pull those guys off the board.
Which guy's off board?
The immobilized tank,
Hmm?
like you can't tow it off board because that's not recall.
Oh yeah,
Before.
I'm not trying to get off board. I just want the safety of my
Yeah, no, no.
But yeah, that's my move because I don't think I can unlock them this turn. I think I have to do it next turn.
Yeah, you have to be stopped and crew exposed for one whole friendly player turn.
Yeah. So next coin. Actually, do I want to see him? No, I'll see him next time.
Well, this is less than fun. Let's see. The T-37 will return fire.
That sounds good.
That looks like a miss.
Phew. Yeah, I think your BT5. Well, never mind. I guess it still has a machine gun, but
All right. All of these guys will fire group at this because they all have the same modifier.
okay. So long range, and then so have twice.
Why am I half twice?
So
long range and what?
So cavalry.
Oh, and cavalry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So it's going to be 16.
Quarter. So
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 4. I don't believe there's any mod for you being up on the bump.
No. Straight 4.
So 4 flat.
I'm nervous. You have no idea how nervous I was.
Yeah. Well, they're all going to get mowed down anyway in just a second.
Cavalry Wave, buddy. That's what I'm dreading.
I'm honestly not sure what the benefit of a cavalry wave is.
So, if you get into the hex, it's I want to say it's triple point blank fire, not halved. There's a crazy thing about like actually making it. Yeah. So in the example, in A13.6 charge, it says.
Well, no. Okay, so charge and cavalry wave are 2 different things.
Oh, that's true. Cavalry wave. I want to say, doesn't cavalry wave also do charging?
It does, but it's actually different. It's got different requirements for who can do it, how you can do it. Basically, charging means you do your attack individually, and cavalry wave you just get more cavalry, so they can combine, I guess.
Right.
But it's actually technically 2 different things. Like charging, you just got to be more than 3 hexes. Galloping and add 3 movement factors to the cost, and boom, you're in.
Right.
Cavalry wave's got all the like human wave shit where you have to be, you have to be adjacent to one another. You have to be outside of 3 hexes. You have to be within 16 movement factors of it. Yeah, there's a whole line of sight, all the rest of it. So yeah, it's
But it's interesting because it says at least one participating unit must charge. So you can thus technically do more than one charge, right? Like that's how I would assume.
I don't know why you wouldn't have everyone charge.
Well, yeah, like there's obviously the benefit. I think the only difference between charging and not charging is I think charge you're paying more in terms of movement factors. So if you didn't have the movement factors to get into the hex charging, then you would just cavalry wave, I guess is the difference.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you technically don't want to charge unless you're actually going to be in combat. But yeah, I mean, you'll probably see it just for giggles, and then you can mow them down.
Hey, look, triple point by fire. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get there. That's the problem.
Yeah, small details.
And you don't break. Remember, you just stripe.
Yeah, well, I bring eventually. I got conscripts after all. I'm not sure how confident I am in them.
Anyway, I think that's all my defensive fire. Yeah.
Okay. Advancing fire phase. I don't think I have any. No. Routes. No routes for me. That's a fire.
This guy.
F7 can go in like 3 different hexes, so. D6 can go.
F7 is just going to balance it out. D6, I think, actually has to go back here.
I think you can.
Because I can't go to C7. I can't go here because that's closer, right?
I think you can go to C6, like low crawl to C6. I'm just trying to think, like.
I can't get closer, right? I think I can actually go to E7. It's 5 either way. Like, I'm at 5 now, and that's 5 as well.
No, what I'm thinking is C6 to like as a low crawl.
I mean, I think I can get there if we're treating the Hamada as.
Well, no, because you'd be getting closer to this guy. Oh, so are we talking about F7 or D6?
F7 just retreated back to there. That's fine.
Yeah.
So no, the other one I got to retreat is this guy.
Yeah.
So D8.
So he can't go to E7 because he'd be closer to this, at least. Even AA6 would be closer. But yeah, he could low crawl any other. He could low crawl C6. He could low crawl D5 or E6. That I don't think is an issue. And I don't think there's anything that says that you can't low crawl to another open run hex. So I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Yeah, I'll just go there and then get trampled.
If only it worked that way. That's for enemies only.
That's all the routing I've got.
Okay. Yeah, none for me. Advance. None. Yeah, none. No CC. Turn 4.
At the end of this one, if you don't mind, I'd like to call it for the night.
Sure, yeah. And at worst, we can I'll at least start preparing the next save for this better.
Yeah, it should be pretty quick after this turn. Boo! Boo!
Oh, is it this turn?
I have no rallies. Oh no, I have one self rally.
Did you take off DMs from last turn? No.
Did you? No, actually, I didn't.
Yeah, at least E7. Yeah, G7, I think too. That sounds right.
Or this one and this one were the two that retreated last turn. Yeah, we'll try and self rally the squad that's there.
Nice.
Yay. So they rallied that well. That's it. Everybody else is broken or dead.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Prep fire. My newly unbroken squad will fire on its own.
Okay.
Up here, it's going to be a 2 flat. It's nothing, I'm pretty sure.
6, I think it's Pentashek. Yes, Pentashek. Okay. So crew and squad. So crew pins. Which I think will be like a +2 to hit, something like that.
Yeah. I think that's it for prep fire.
Sounds bueno.
Movimiento. Since I'm under recall, do I need to roll to move outside of
No,
impulse?
I think platoon movement, a recall is automatic. It's like this weird, like, oh well, we really want to punish you. I guess because you could cheese it, but you know.
Yeah, no, okay. So first I've got to roll to see if I start. I do.
I will take this moment while you're starting the engine to take one final shot.
Yep, go for it.
I'm invoking the dice gods. Son of a bitch. I did not want to DM. I don't know why I DM'd.
All right, so that's 1.
I already told you how much I hate dice.
I know, right? 2.
Not a single
3.
fucking rate of fire shot. Not
4.
a single one. Uh-oh, your guy's not moving for me. What the hell?
I literally just spun him in place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why.
So that's 4 to get there, or 5 actually to get there.
Perfectly hidden under that recall.
6.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Yeah, I'm not shooting. You're good to. You probably get him off board, actually.
Yeah, it's 20 to get off board, so yes, I can make it.
Yeah, platoon wishes to make
We.
Recall.
Ah, fun.
It is just recalled. Use a non-platoon. It is no longer considered part of the radio list. Suffers recall after she does radio kit. Yeah, I think your other guys should be fine this turn, since technically this is the turn that he's recalled. So you won't have to do a task check for that.
All right, well, they start up. Let's see if I can get them bogged.
Oh man.
Almost.
It's a +1 from.
Oh, that's right. Oh, hey, you know what? That's an 11. You know what that means? That means they're banging. They got the hammer out.
Do you actually bog? Does the leader do a +1?
No, they don't bog. So what they do is the transmission has jammed. Sorry, it's note. I think it's M.
Bog. I'm just curious. It's like I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's note M. So, 11 result indicates the AFE has stalled or suffered a transmission difficulties that have prevented it from starting normally. Its owner must then immediately make another DR, which equals the total number of delay moving points, including 1 to stop, but excluding the MP expended to start that the AFE is used in the unsuccessful attempt to move. So I've spent 1. 13. So I will just try to start again. Successfully this time. So I am in motion, technically. Oh no, I'm not. I have not entered a new hex.
Right. I mean, I guess I'll take the opportunity and just shoot with this guy since you're not in motion.
I am some defensive first fire if you wish to shoot at me.
That guy's fine.
And he is not a moving target because he has not entered a new hex.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. I can't. I'm not hitting. That's for sure. I am cursed at this game with really bad rolls. At least not on my infantry. Specifically my guns and vehicles.
Well, that's all right. I'm doing a fantastic job of blowing up my own vehicles.
Hey, your recall, that saved you a lot of points.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to argue with that. No, all right. Now we get to do some fun shit. All of these guys declare a Calvary Wave.
So
I think I can't.
What's the requirements? Is it how many per hex?
1 MMC, but that's the problem. It's a 5 hex, and I only have 4 MMCs.
Oh, you need 5?
I can't average less than 1 MMC a hex, right?
Right. Calvary charge, Calvary wave.
So this is actually a Calvary Wave. To declare a Calvary Wave, at least one squad equivalent of cavalry must occupy each hex of the chain. Got that. No unit in the chain can be within 3 hexes of an enemy unit. Got that. At least one unit in the chain must be within 16 movement factors of and have line of sight to the enemy unit. Got that. All units must immediately gallop. I can do that.
Right.
I must have an average of greater than or equal to 1 NMC per hex of the chain, and at least 1 leader must participate. So because I have to include the leader, I cannot do a cavalry wave.
Wow.
So guess what? It's going to be disorganized charging. Woo!
That's right. Single charges everywhere.
Yeah, because why not? I don't give a shit at this point. Sorry, I accidentally moved this guy when I was just getting
no worries. He's in E7 still, yeah. Yeah. Cool.
All right, so let's see. Charging, I think all I have to do is declare a gallop.
Known enemy location, charge versus location, over 3 hexes, gallop, can gallop, pay 3 MF to enter location. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Just move as you normally would, and then get to the hex.
So 1.
So the far guy first. Oof. Okay.
2.
Yep.
3.
I have to take the shot with the squad. 3 down 2. 5 on 3, which is probably a pentastic. Oh, normal morale. Oh, thank God. Son of a bitch.
Passes for once.
It's not what I want to hear. All right, you're good.
4.
Yep.
5. 6.
I would take the shot with the infantry gun.
Okay.
So that'll be a hit. I don't think it's a critical though. Infantry 8. Does it count point blank range? Does it count as motion? No, right? It's a hit.
It's just going to be an attack on the IFT, right?
Well, it's a hit to hit. It has to be a 2 hit because it's a gun. But I'm just trying to think. Does point blank range apply to cavalry / infantry? And I think it does apply.
Are you talking about case L?
Yeah, I think it's case L. Yeah. Target just because there's because it doesn't say moving target, like it says motion, right? It's what's bugging me. Point range, motion, non-stopped, or motorcycle rider. Target type, I'm not using area. See, this bugs me. Motorcycle dash rider. Is it motorcycle rider or motorcycle / rider? It'll probably be motorcycle.
I mean, I think it is point. I think it does.
You think it does? What do you mean?
I think it does. I think case L does apply, unless you are using. It's not considered an area type, right?
No, I'm not doing area, which probably would be the smarter thing to do, but whatever. So it's -2 for point blank. It's already 5. Cavalry is -2, so it'll be a critical hit. I guess technically it would have been a critical hit regardless, which just means it doubles. So instead of 4, it's 8. IFT 5 on 8. 2 morale check. And you don't take a heat of battle because they're cavalry.
They're cavalry, that's right.
Sniper
But they passed.
activation is fucking nothing. And I'm pretty sure.
Hello?
Hold on.
Hello?
Hold on.
Knock knock!
Hold on. Back the cavalry up. They're getting shot by the infantry too. So it'll be 3 down 2. Nope. Alright.
Hello, we have some clocks to sell you.
So that was how much to get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9?
Yeah, it's going to be an extra 3 to get into the hex.
So 10. So 10 to get into the hex. If it's an extra 3.
Yes, 10 to get into the hex.
Okay, so then it's... Do you shoot first or do I shoot first? I think I shoot first.
Let's see.
Because it was defensive first fire.
Defensive, subsequent first fire, final protective fire.
Yeah.
See also, what is 1355
Yeah, so I have to final protective with the squad. So it'll be...
infantry remaining a gun must use OVR prevention if possible.
Yeah, but I'm doing this. I'll do the squad final protection, protective anyways first. So
Sure.
tripled halved, right? Pretty sure it's triple halved. That will stripe him. And then over on protection, if I know where that is.
C564. It is titled The Possibility of One More Intensifier Shot at a Target in its own hex if it is about to be overrun.
Right.
Do you have no IF listed?
No, I have IFE for sure. But
the gun makes it to hit DR versus the cavalry in this case making the OVR, but not until its CA covers the hex side entered by the... Okay, you already do.
Oh, never mind. So, my bad. The gun was not marked first fire because I had rate of fire and I forgot to count that.
Okay.
Also, this is plus. Actually,
Okay,
I probably don't have it because pinned. So they still have to shoot. So it's intensive fire. So to hit within own hex. Oh man, that might not actually hit. So it's 8. Point blank. -2, +2 for being pinned.
Hold on, stop. The original to hit DR of the firing gun also acts as a normal morale check versus its own manning infantry.
Oh yeah.
If the manning infantry is pinned or broken as a result of that NMC, the to hit attempt is voided.
Oh fucking course. I wish I could roll below a fucking 7 at some point. So they straight.
So they have both done their thing, and then I think I get to attack you.
Yeah, at triple, with no negatives. So 12.
I gotta get. Too bad I don't have Molotovs.
Disagree. Watch you roll 3. I'm calling now 3 or 4.
So triple. So that's what, 12?
Yeah, 12. No modifiers.
Poo.
9.
Poo.
You got way more chances, anyways.
So that is what, a 9 on
9
12.
Normal.
Normal
Morale, of course, because I can't roll below. So these guys become a half squad. Crew's dead. Pin goes away. That's also an ELR, which I'm pretty sure they take right now, so they're conscripts. And then you have however much movement left. I think you said 10?
10?
Yeah, so you have 2 movement factors left.
No, I had 20 because I galloped.
Oh, right.
I mean, what the hell? 11?
All right. Well, I don't like what you're.
We're charging. We're charging these guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I figured as much. So, the tankette that's aiming towards the east will turn and shoot. Because why not? So, wrong side. I'm looking at S. There we go. Which means.
What kind of turret do you have? A regular or
So, because I'm shooting at cavalry, it's not a 2-hit, but it is +2, I believe, for the turret, or +3 for turning the turret. Because I'm pretty sure this is a one-man turret. Is that an ST? Where's my chart? Where's my chart? Fully tracked, very small target. Where's the turret?
Yes. Oh no, wait.
One-man turret. There we go.
No, it's not. You don't have you have solid lines, right?
No, they're broken in the corners. It's one-man turret, which is equivalent to the slowest turret, I think. Should be.
Yeah, it's a slow traverse. I mean, it's all ST. It's just a question of whether it can fire. Wow.
So it's a +2. Yeah, so it's a +2 IFT, I think. All right. Is there anything else? It'll be a -2. So it's a 2 on 2. Is how I'm reading it.
All right, so that's a K1.
Is it a K1? 2 and 2?
So you kill the horses.
That's right. So that guy might get wiped out, which I'm thankful for. Also, your sniper.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. All right. So you kill the horses. They are half squatted at least, right?
Let's check. I don't think I've ever.
Or does K just immediately wipe out a squad?
So they'll both suffer it, right? So I think what happens is the horses will die for sure. I just forget if vulnerability, horses with blah.
Yeah, so what's going to happen? Okay, the horses die, so those guys have a forced bailout. So I'm going to have to make a second morale check after we resolve whatever the fire result was. So that's a K1. So the K does a casualty reduction on them, right? And then they have to make a 1 MC to whether or not they break. Or
yeah, one horse counter suffers casualty reduction. Random selection determines the horse counter is affected due to, and can include those who have bolted. The rider of an eliminated horse must be allowed. So, okay, so if I understand correctly, you half squad, then you take a morale check to see if you break, and then you.
Yeah, and that morale check for breaking is a 1 MC, right?
Yeah, K1 would be a 1 morale check.
So they break an ELR.
Yes. How many times have you rolled a 9? Christ almighty.
I know, it's pretty wild, huh? So I think they're just flat out eliminated.
You would have to take another. You take another normal roll, I think. If a squad horse counter is reduced, horse is riding. If the squad.
Does the K auto break them?
No.
Okay. So they're a half squad. They failed their morale check in the ELR.
Yeah.
So what happens to?
So they're broken, and they're suffering bailouts. So they have to take another morale check. That's how I'm understanding it.
So all right. So the ELR dropped into conscripts, and they broke.
Yeah.
So their morale is now 4.
Yeah.
and they
Right.
fail their morale check for that, so they
So they're
take
dead.
yeah, they're dead.
That's scary.
And my sniper does not activate.
Yeah, I guess the real difference is just that like a lot of the extra stuff is more for random selection than it is like the paragraph is like more dense than it needs to be, I guess is the
Yeah, definitely. I think you lose your acquisition, yeah?
I don't have an acquisition. Oh, yeah, that one's but the crew's dead anyway, so I can't use it. So.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yes.
This unit will declare a charge against that hex as well.
Okay.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Okay.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Yep.
6,
Mm-hmm.
7.
Um. Uh. These guys will shoot as a 1.5. The leader's not gonna bother. So 1.5 down 2. Definitely nothing. They're first fired. You may continue.
So I think it's going to be 11 actually to get into this hex.
Yeah, 4. So whatever.
That's
You were
one
at
of that.
7.
Yeah, so it's 7 to there, 11 to get in here.
Okay.
Right.
Final protective. I don't. I pin myself. And 3 halved 1.5. No, nothing.
All right, so I've got 12 coming back.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure it's a 1 MC. They
8 on
break.
12, yeah, 1 MC.
They shall break.
That was 11.
Yep.
12 to there.
Sounds good.
Flare charge here.
Does it have to be closest or anybody?
Oh,
I think it's anybody. Okay. Cool.
A known enemy occupied location. Oh, no, wait, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I'm too close.
You're too close? Which guy?
I have to be more than 3 hexes when I declare a charge.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you were
So
talking.
I can't charge this guy, but I could charge these guys, for example.
Yeah, I just wasn't sorry. I thought you were charging with a different unit. I thought that unit had stopped.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. So 12, 13,
Mm-hmm.
14,
Okay.
15,
Mm-hmm.
16,
Yep.
17, sorry.
Uh,
18. So 17 here, sorry.
yeah. At 17, this guy reveals. It's a 3 down 2. It's a 7 on 2, which I'm pretty sure is nothing. Nope. Or 7 on 3, but it's still Pentash check, which would be nothing.
18.
Sounds good.
19.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Okay.
This unit declares a charge.
Mm-hmm.
against this hex because
Okay.
sure. 1,
Mhm.
2,
Mhm.
3,
Mhm.
4,
Yeah.
5.
We'll do the needful. One conscript squad will shoot. 5 on 3 normal morale.
Him, but they're fine.
Yep.
6.
Okay.
7.
The yeah, we got to do both. 2 squads. So it'll be 9 down 2. All right. 4 on 9. We'll kill the horses. Well, 6 on 9, I should say, because it's not modified. But that still kill those horses. 4 on 9, 3 MC. All right.
They fail. Is that an ELR?
Yes. This is final, and the other guy is first.
They pass the bailout, so they don't die, but they are broken and half squatted.
Yeah. This. 1 beat.
When the ELR didn't.
Yeah, I still find it weird you can't ELR when broken. This seems like the weirdest limitation.
Now. This unit will declare a charge against this X.
Mm-hmm.
Six to there.
Okay.
Seven.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
12 to get in.
All right. This is where it'll be a fire group with AA7 and Z7. So we get some.
Can you fire group with conscripts?
Pretty sure I can.
So first thing is fire group with conscripts. Second is can you fire group with triple point blank fire?
Yeah, that's
final protective fire. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that I know for sure. But conscripts, let me check here. Experience, I'm pretty sure you can. Conscripts in the green, stealth, inexperienced personnel, cowering. Yeah, they had the cowering. Basic allotment of 3. Oh, I might not have been counting 3 movement factors, but I haven't moved, so my bad on that one. Mixed fire group or regular may does prove liability. Yeah, you can still fire group. Unless there's something in the Japanese spot, but I don't think that's the case. So I'm gonna have every squad in that shoot, which means the conscripts that are final fired will suffer final protective. The other 2 won't. It's 3, 6, 9 down 2. So what are we looking at here? The leader prevents cowering in his own hex, which means there's random selection. So the final fire squad cowers. They'll cower twice. So it's a 6. Yeah, fucking nothing, of course. God. So bottom squad has stripes. This guy's final. This guy's not final protective. It's just final fired. 6 on 12, 2 morale check.
Yeah, do you get the bonus for the TEM? No, because I'm at less than 1x range. Never mind. Yep. Yeah, that's
also I'm on
6 on 12 is 2 MC.
I'm on sorry, I'm not on a boat. Leader passes, shockingly. The conscripts don't. Which if they don't break, they don't ELR, I guess. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna leave them like that and see if I can find anything in the Japanese rules while you do more stuff. Pacific.
All right, so it was 12 to there. 13. This is your cue for the immobilized tank to fire.
Yeah, sorry. A 336 non-berserk Japanese squad that fails a final protected morale check by an amount over its ELR, but does not roll is exchanged for broken. But wouldn't he not stripe? Maybe I'm playing that, which would suck. If not, the screens is reduced strength squad next door. Okay, no, I'm playing it correctly. It's just that lock up there. But this guy becomes broken. Where the hell? Where's break? Wait, what? No. Control F? Why can't I break a Japanese squad? Huh? What? Japanese.
That seems weird.
Squad. Control F. If I take a first line, Control F. Why do they not? If I stripe them, what do I want to do? A 336 or 226. Exchange for broken. Oh, that's why. Wait, really? But that's a. So not even 2 squads. It just goes straight to half squad. Broken. That's dumb. Yeah. Mobilized tank. It's not a 2-hit. 9. It has no modifiers other than a -2 for cavalry. It's a 4 for point blank. So 7. Pretty sure it's nothing. 7 on 4. Pin test check doesn't take it.
So it should be doubled. Shouldn't it be 7 on 8?
On 8. No, it should just be. It's 4 firepower.
You're adjacent.
I'm calculating. Maybe that's my problem. Is I'm not looking at the right value.
Yeah, it's this guy. Firing at that guy.
But it's CMG, and the CMG is 2, yeah? But it doesn't have...
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. I thought it was 4. That's...
Yeah, because I don't think it has a second gun. I'm pretty sure it's just that one. So,
all right,
yeah.
So that's 13.
Okay.
14. 15.
Okay.
16.
Sure.
17. 18.
Yep.
19. 20.
Okay.
Regular. And dismount.
Okay.
John Wayne saunters up on his horse. This unit will declare a charge against this unit.
Okay. Stop there.
Six to there, yeah.
This guy will shoot. Might as well. 3 down 2. Cool.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, thank you. I needed it. K2.
You cower, though.
I do cower. So it's a 1. It'll still be -2, so 2 on 1 is a 1 MC. And that won't be a kill on the horses. Or equal.
They fail but do not ELR, so they break. And they have to bail, I believe.
Yeah.
They do make that check.
Alright. I'll take it. I don't get any residual either. That sucks.
And last but not least, this guy will declare a charge on those guys.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat has invaded my screen here.
No worries. We're almost done anyways.
Yeah, sorry, lots of charging.
No, it's not. That's not a complaint on my part. Don't take it that way, please.
I'm just gonna move. I'll stop at 2 if you want.
Sure.
It's 8 to there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I have any other shots I can do.
Okay. So it's gonna be 9 to there and 13 to get in.
Okay, so when they get in, tripled, halved as final protective, so 9's 4.5.
Good one.
Cower. So it's 2. 6 on 2, pentest check. Actually down 2. So it's a 1 MC.
1 MC. Uh, 4. You rolled a 4 on 2. I believe the horses are casualty reduced because it's equal.
So it's the full number, right? I don't get the -2, so the horses are fine.
Oh, right. Yeah. So no, the horses are fine.
Yeah, they'll bolt technically, but.
So let's see. So these guys break an ELR.
Right into melee. It's a CC. Oh, wow.
Yeah, which they're gonna immediately lose. And they have to roll. They do pass that, so they are not further. They dive off successfully.
They tuck the inner roll.
So yes, there is a CC there. Only you got victory points for the horses.
Yeah, if only.
Okay, that guy already moved. That's it from my movement after.
Oh my god.
Crap ton of these.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who hasn't shot or could still shoot, so straight to advancing fire.
Okay. Gonna be halved twice. Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Okay. Routes is gonna be real crazy.
It's basically a lot of low crawling for me.
Yeah.
Can that guy do that? Because this guy is broken now. No, he's still gonna keep going.
5. So
there.
So this guy has to route to Y9 because if he goes to X8, he's just 5 from there.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. He's in combat.
Yes. Yeah, because he. Yeah, Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has to stay there. Does he? I know there's something about withdrawal from melee, but we're not in melee. And I don't think you could... there might be something to it. Now, could you... You could low crawl, if that's... actually, you wouldn't be able to low crawl. So...
Berserker disrupted units may... Well, no, he's not disrupted.
Yeah, and because if he I don't think he technically gets further. And he can't stay adjacent, is the problem. Morale...
Yeah.
That's leader lost morale check, which is not what I'm looking for. CC.
I guess maybe look up no quarter. That might be the...
Broken units may neither attack in any way nor move except during the rout phase or withdraw from CC. But I don't think it's technically withdraw from CC. I think it's withdraw from melee. So I don't know why it would say withdraw from CC. Because I don't think you can withdraw from melee or from CC. Ground concealments. Where is close combat? Okay. Maybe attacked and is subject to -2. Broken units may never attack but still defend. Broken infantry in melee may not rout during rout phase but must attempt withdrawal from melee. So I guess the point here is that if we consider them in melee or in CC, they're quote unquote fine. If they're not in CC, they would have to rout, which they would take interdiction because they can't low crawl, which would
From what? There's nothing that can interdict them.
Well, even the squad that they're
no, only infantry guns interdict. Remember?
Oh right, that's true.
And the only other infantry gun is that one, and it's broken.
Yeah.
And pointing the wrong way for...
Yeah, so if they're in CC, then they're subject...
So I think the upshot is we have to fight one round of CC. So there has to be a confused melee where I can't attack, but you can still have the opportunity to kill me.
Yeah, I'm the only hesitancy is just are they considered CC right away? But I guess we'll play it that way.
I mean, it's technically not a melee until at least one round of CC has gone on and there are still units in the same hex, right? So the first round I have to fight, quote unquote fight, even though I can't do that. After that, I have to try and withdraw, which means it gets easier for you to kill me.
So all this being said, these guys could move further because there's no interdiction. So you could have them.
They can move 6. That's right.
Yeah. So Y8 might not get to the leader, but this guy was at what, BB9, so he should be able to get there.
He was here.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he can get here. So then, but it's at least you could advance, your leader or whatever, since he's on the ground.
Yeah, he can go there. And this guy, can he get here? Is that considered further away?
I'd say so. Yeah. Yeah, because he was at 5 hexes from here, so that's further than 5.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that's the closest.
Yeah, that works. My routes.
And this guy down here will actually, he was here. He can actually go slide right in there.
So the only hesitancy is just he might actually get closer to like these guys or this.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sorry. That's right.
Now this guy isn't forced to route, so I think he's gonna stay there.
I think all your guys are okay where they are. They don't have to route.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them where they are. So yeah, advance phase. Also, yeah, we need to make sure at least that so you're not accidentally DMing the first guy.
Leader will advance.
Cool.
This guy will advance. And that's it. Everybody else is cavalry. CC! Wee!
Yo, I'm getting some dude who's telling me I'm a lucky man and I get to have a promo code for 10 viewers. Sick. I can buy my way to fame.
So this is actually a full squad, so they are defending at 4, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm at a 1 to 2. You're broken, which is
I can't attack
-2. So 1 to 2 -2. All right.
So, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that means anything. I don't think a broken unit can infiltrate. It's worth checking though, just in case.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Infiltrate is A11.22.
Yeah, I guess I can.
A broken unit can?
It says any infantry cavalry units attacked by an original 12 CCDR may likewise withdraw from CC immediately thereafter, assuming it has not been eliminated by that 12 CCDR.
Huh. Crazy.
So, yeah, you just get to shoot them as they go out.
Yeah, I guess that's just like instead of shooting at them, I can be like, oh, 1, 2, 3. I can shoot at these guys, like your cavalry guys or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of scuffed. No other CCs, so we shall call it here for tonight.
Yeah, sounds good to me. This just got really messy really fast.
Yeah, this is actually far more of a nail biter than I think it has any right to be.
Yeah, I mean, my cavalry charges were honestly wildly successful. Counting.
Yeah, I have to admit, it was fun. It was fun watching those go. I'm as always super disappointed in literally every vehicle I have not living up to any sort of standard.
They are Type 94s. Those are not exactly known for being.
Sure. I guess it's more just like my infantry guns that like I get ready to fire once and immediately they all die. And I'd like all the shots I poured into the BT5 and it means nothing. It's just it's like
retreat, so you didn't lose any more CVP, I guess.
Yeah, that's your fault though. I can't take credit. But this is more fun than I was expecting. Definitely
it's a nice mix, The only the only thing I'm really not kind of enjoying is the terrain. Like it's so super wide open that it's kind of like.
Yeah, I think that and the because of the rules on like interdiction, like how it changes some stuff is just kind of that'd probably be the only thing I'd change.
Yeah, I mean, it's yes, it's kind of interesting, but yeah,
I'm really scared for when your armored car is going to come in. I don't really have anything against it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I mean, your machine guns could do well.
Fingers crossed. I gotta roll low at some point.
My armored car isn't particularly armored, right? I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, it will be paying. It's what 3 or 4 per hex, so it doesn't have as much movement as it seems. All right, time to ban this dude.
Yeah, armored car. Oh wow. Yeah, 3 per hex.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, you come up from the east board, so it's not like you'll have a lot of distance to cover. I guess maybe that's like
I'm showing up basically on that side. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if like, is there more value in like pushing? I was tempted to try to get here with the infantry gun, but there's something. Maybe I should have put like infantry with them to get more movement or something out of it.
I gotta say, I think that the cavalry would have been much more deadly without that infantry unit there. I mean, despite the fact that they got.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. Well, in any case, So next Tuesday, like I said, I'll get you the save for Spanish Civil War, which the first one is, I think it's like Lèche à l'arrache. Alèche à l'arrache. Yeah. Um, so that'll be interesting. And then we can dive wholeheartedly into crazy stuff. Oh, um, that scenario has like cards, so we'll need to
Okay.
devise something where either one of us has a deck of cards and we'll just have to play it that way, or use some sort of software or something to
Yeah, I've actually got like a Foundry VTT. We could set up a card deck on if you want.
sure, yeah, that works. And then yeah, and do it that way. That one's gonna be interesting because the way that stuff gets removed, it feels like things are gonna get removed really quickly and then sort of fall into place.
Cool. All right. Um,
So
I'm
see you
gonna
next
close
week.
it out here. Yep. See you next week, man.
Awesome. Have a good one. Awesome. Well, as always, to everybody who's been sticking around, apologies for the spammer. I guess really all it means is, more people should show up and chat. It'd be cool. But that aside, as always, thanks for watching. We'll get a part 2 for the first step. This scenario is turning out to be way more cutthroat than I thought it would, and it's been thanks to some lucky actions on, well, mainly one side, critical hit, and then breaking the gun. Kind of really unfortunate for the BT5, but we're gonna see a lot of stuff get their comeuppance. Um, if if this Russian tank hit can go down, I think that uh, might spell disaster for the Mongolians, but we'll see how that goes. Um, should have a stream on Friday, so I hope to see you there. And if not, I'll see you next week when we take on the end of this scenario, as well as previously mentioned the Spanish Civil War. Specifically, for those who are curious, it'll be FT19, Alèche en l'arrache. So stick around for that. Thanks, and have a good one.